Assalamu alaikum viewers. Thank you very much that you people have subscribed my channel. I am really very grateful to you for this kind act. Today the topic we are going to discuss that is about the marital conflict and the marital discord. First of all, I would like to explain what actually marital relationship is. Marital relationship is a commitment. It's a relationship of acceptance of each other, which is the standardized attitude and the standardized norm of the society in which both the couple are living under one roof, and that is highly accepted by the society, and they are having a very cohesive relationship with one another. They are having very intimate relationship with one another, and they are having a very much connectedness, and this strong bond is extremely cohesive with one another. We can say that relationship of the mother and the child is very cohesive, but this relationship is more intimate and the more cohesive, and they are the soulmate of each other, and they are the companion of the sorrow and happiness of with one another. But if they were in the same situation, if they were in very much connectedness, if they were very much close to each other, if they were very much cohesive with one another, if they were very much connected with one another, but what happens suddenly whenever there comes a crack in their relationship, and that cohesiveness and that connectedness destruct immediately, and there is a big crack, and that this crack would be enlarging every other day. What is the reason behind this marital discord, and why there is the marital discord, and why people are moving from their uh, closest relationship to maintain another relationship with another person? What are the reasons behind it? Because first I would like to discuss that what is the main reason behind it. Sometime it happens that whenever their marriages took place, they any of the partner, they were not happy with these marriages, because these were the arranged marriages, and whenever they go in the marriage contract, they don't feel comfortable with it, they don't feel happy with it, because this was not according to their wish and will, and that was a forced relationship, that was a forced mm, intimate relationship which was built by their elders, which was built by their members of the family, and who make the decisions about their lives, and they didn't ask from either of the side, either they are willing to engage in this intimate relationship or not, but because of the familial reasons, because of the family pressure, and sometime it happened that there is the family marriages, and whenever there is the family marriages, and that is the tradition in particular families, that the marriages would be done in the particular family. They don't marry their children out of the family. This could be another reason, and there would be the immaturity of their relationship, and they don't like one another. There is lack of the feelings, there is lack of likingness, there is lack of cohesiveness, there is lack of understanding, there is lack of the maturity of mind. I do remember that one of my closest friend who got married, she was a master's degree holder, but she got married with the matriculate person because of the familial pressure and because of the early childhood engagement. And when I asked her, why don't you refuse from this relationship, why don't you refuse from your marriage, why you are going to ruin your life, she told me that it was decided by my father, and I cannot, and her father was died, and she cannot um, refuse her father's wish. That's why she got married with the matriculate person, and she was highly qualified, and she was doing a very good job, and she belongs to a very good family background. And the second reason was that she was getting married in with the family boy, with the family person, and she thought that if I refuse at this stage, all the family will boycott us. So Whenever I ask from her time to time how her relationship is going on, she will tell me that on the several occasions she is the subject of the criticism, she is being criticized, and she is always being ridiculed and mocked that you got a degree, that's why you are trying to dominate me. So this is another point whenever some of the spouse or the some of the any of the partner, they are having extra abilities and the extra qualities, instead of being appreciated, they are facing various type of the criticism, they are being ridiculed, they are being mm, disliked because of their characteristics and because of their this ability and the talent. The second reason of the marital discord is that is the financial pressure. Financial pressure is being faced by everyone in the poor society. People who belong to the poor society or the lower economic social status, they are facing lot of pressure of credit crunch, economic turmoil. They are unable to fulfill the basic necessity of life, and instead of facing this situation cooperatively, instead of facing this uh, tested situation with the more cooperation and with more understanding, they started quarreling with one another, they started arguing with one another, and women will be abusing their husbands because they are not bringing enough money for the livelihood and for fulfilling the basic necessity of their life. That is another reason, and that is the financial discord, because they will be telling to their husbands that from where I will be paying the rent of the house, from where I will be paying the utility bills, from where I will get the necessity of the children. And instead of discussing such things, they are taunting their husbands and their spouses. If their husbands are capable enough, or if the things and the situation is under control of their husbands, then they can happily do it. But in this situation, the wives and the um, spouses and the partner need to understand the situation, and they instead of fighting with them, instead of having the taunting behavior, instead of having the negative attitude towards them, and making them as a subject that you are the only reason of not bringing the money in the home, instead of saying all these things, they need to come at the dialogue, and they need to come out they need to think on the solution of their problem, how they can get out of that particular problem, because bad time is not always for a longer period of time. Bad time can be finished instantly. It could be the test of their lord. If we look at the example of the religious history, people were not very much rich. Even if we look at the lives of the prophets, Hazrat Ayub was not rich enough, and her spouse were working in the houses of the people as he got sick. Sometime it happened there. Another reason of the marital discord is that the husband get handicapped and they get sick. If some husbands are working in the various industries, due to some accident with the machinery, they may become handicapped. Whenever they become handicapped, they are unable to win the bread and butter for their families, and it becomes very much difficult for them to bring to bear the expenses of their family, and to bear the expenses of the children, to bear the expenses of the everything, whatever responsibility is being assigned to them. This could be another reason. In the beginning, the spouse and the partner would be thinking that this is about the this is the will of the god, and the company may compensate them for fairly short period of time, but this would not be the solution for the long run. In first few years, or in the first few months, the family and the relatives could be cooperative in this situation, but for the longer period of time, people will avoid and they become reluctant to help such people because they don't want to take the responsibility, and this could lead towards the marital discord and the marital discomfort. They feel very much discomfort, and those spouses and those wives, they sometimes feel that it's better to end up the relationship instead of living with this sick person or instead of living with this handicapped person. But this would be in the higher society, because we need to discuss also how higher society would be viewing this, how middle class is maintaining the social maintaining the marital relationship, how lower class is maintaining the marital relationship, and how moderate class is maintaining the social marital relationship. So these are the various classes in which everyone of the spouse would be reacting in a different way, in a different manner, in with their spouses. If husband gets sick, and that sickness could be that he got paralysis or he got some other sort of the permanent disease which can hardly be cured, then wives also feel very much discomfortable with it, and they would be thinking about, some of the wives are extremely good and they may help their husbands out throughout their life, and they think that they would be having never ending relationship. It's not only a few years relationship, rather it would be the long life relationship. But whenever we speak about the gender based relationship, and if some woman gets sick in the early years of the marriages, how the male will be reacting in the marital situation? Would they continue that relationship or they would divorce them? If a woman feel sick and that sickness and that disease is incurable, they will definitely divorce such woman, or they get separation. They don't want to take the responsibility of their treatment, and they don't want to take the responsibility even of their bearing expenditures. So this could be another reason, but this is a natural reason. We cannot say that this reason is given by the family members, or this reason is given by the society, but this is the natural reason which can cause a marital discord. So there could be the marital discord in such situation, and sometime it happened that if there was a perfectly normal person, normal girl, but whenever she got married, she got the epileptic seizures. Whenever husband detected that her spouse or the wife is suffering from the epileptic seizures, he will definitely start living separately, and that can also cause the separation. It can happen in all the classes because there is the lack of acceptance, and there is the lack of uh, there is the lack of tolerance of such women. These are the few reasons. But what could be another reasons? Another reasons could be, for example, if there is the age difference between both of the spouses. If a female is so much younger, let's say we can say that if the female partner is 10 years younger, then there it can also lead toward the marital discord, because she is not mature enough as compared to the male spouse, and she would be not coming according to the expectations, and such men would be more skeptical in their nature, and they would be doubting on their wives, and they would be thinking, "Okay, if there is any male who is younger than him in the surrounding, he would be keeping a very vigilant and strict eye on the spouse, that maybe she's talking to that particular person, maybe she's trying to establish some marital relationship." And another reason is the skepticism is doubting on the spouse, and this doubting of the spouse can be done by both of the partners. Female can also have a doubt on the male partner, and the male can have also doubt on the female partners, because the male, they are working in the offices, they are working, they are having more public exposure, and they are going to the more people, they are more communicative, and they are mm, having more relationship as social relationship as compared to the female. Whenever they are busy in talking to the females who are stranger to them, and those such male, they will try to establish the relationship with the beautiful and the attractive girls. The woman may have a doubt on that male, and sometime if a female, she tried to speak to any of the male member of the family, or she is talking to any known person, or she is talking to any colleague or the worker or the co-workers, or she is attending any prank call. Mm, because sometime it also happen that the prank call can also leads towards the marital discord. And those people, these are the small things which would be starting in the beginning at a small scale, but afterwards it will be uh, engulfing their relationship in the longer sense and in the longer term. And it would be a very much hazardous, it makes the life very much hazardous, and it makes their life worsened, because whenever they speak to each other, there is the lack of the tolerance, there is the lack of expressions of the feelings and the emotions, there is the lack of um, intimacy, there is lack of cohesiveness, and they would be feeling so much irritated to one another, because irritation is also one of the major point in it, because they will get irritated if there is no liking, if there is no love between their relationship, if there is no courtship between their relationship, then they would be feeling immense burden to each other. And even on a mere call of one another name, it will become so much stressful for them that they feel very much stress in this relationship, they feel very much upset with their relationship, and they feel very much disturbed in their relationship, and it becomes very hard to live under the same roof. And whenever this situation is lingering on, whenever this situation prolongs for a fairly longer period of time, then they find it very much difficult for one another to maintain this relationship and to continue this relationship, and it would lead towards the abusive language. And from whom side the abusive language will be started? From any of the sides abusive language can be started. I am witness of people who, a couple from the poor socioeconomic class, and the abusive language was going on from both of the sides, and I was surprised to hear that how the female was abusing her husband, and it was a 11 years long marital relationship, and how the female has ruined that 11 years long marital relationship in a few days and in a few weeks. I'm really surprised to see it, but it happens in the various societies, it happens in the various cultures, but it is not very much common in our own society, it is not common in the Muslim culture and the Muslim societies, because they are having the religious values. But now this thing is engulfing our own society, and it is also engulfing our own culture as well. I would like to share an incident. I would never like to mention the name of the couple, but they belong to a poor socioeconomic class, and the if I say it wouldn't be wrong if I blame the girl who is only 27 years old, and she was married from last 11 years, and she is the mother of a three kids who are the toddlers, and who are very small, and who loves her mother a lot. And her husband is doing a good job, there is no economic conflict, there is no economical distress, but there is a marital conflict from the side of a girl, because whenever she started doing her job, she developed extramarital relationship, and she developed extramarital affairs with her friend's brother, and she started having the meetings with her friend's brother, and that relationship turns into the acquaintance, and they got to know each other, and then they started meeting frequently with one another. And the husband started doubting on the wife, and she was reluctant that she's having any extramarital affair with that person. She doesn't have any relationship with anyone else, and she was deceiving her husband rigorously. She was deceiving her kids, and she was also deceiving her own parents, and she was continuously in the engagement and in the contact with that person. Now, after few months, she decided to take the divorce from her husband, and she is willingly doing it, and she want to get divorced from the husband, and she is leaving behind her 3 children to the husband, and she is moving toward her new relationship, heading towards the new relationship. Listeners and viewers, you need to focus on this thing, that she is mother of the 3 kids, and with whom she has established the relationship. She has established a relationship with a unmarried boy who is 5 years younger than her, and she's giving money to him. She is giving all the comforts to him. And what's the reason behind it? Because she is feeling more comfortable, she is feeling more satisfaction with that person. But from the boy's side, there is totally a lust, there is totally a deceiving attitude from the boy's side. But that girl is having the blindfold of the love, and she thinks that he loves her a lot, and that is why she started demanding divorce from her husband. And this is the incident of a poor socioeconomic class. And these extramarital relationships are engulfing our society. These extramarital relationships are a big hazard, and it's a big question mark on all those people who are well aware and who are well educated and who are literate, that we should be responsible for all these things, and we need to have the judgmental and the evaluative mm, viewpoint for such people, and we must give them guidance, and we must give them the proper counseling, that this type of the extramarital relationships are not good. Whosoever see these extramarital relationship, they must stop such people, because they are not literate enough, they are not educated enough, they are not civilized enough. We need to stop them, because we need to nip the evil from the bud. If it would be lingering on and it would be spreading in our society, then it wouldn't be good for our society, and it wouldn't be good for our religious values and the standardized behavior of the society, standardized norms of the society. The second incident is, I'm also witness of it, that there was a mother of 9 children whose husband was very much elder from her, and she left her 9 children and she went to the Karachi and she got married. Even after she was already married, she didn't take divorce from her husband, and she started living with the new husband after nikah in Karachi. And she left one province to get married, and she moved to another province. And she was smart enough, though she was totally illiterate, but she developed the extramarital relationship, and she had nikah after another nikah, and she never cared for the children. And there is one reason behind it, that there was the age difference between the both of the spouses, and the woman was young enough, that's why she went and she got married with and she developed the extramarital relationship. Whenever we speak about the extramarital relationship, I would like to mention the types of the marriages. One is the polygamy, and the other one is the polyandry. Polyandry is basically married type of the marriages in which the male would be having more than the one spouses, and it is common in the Islamic culture, and it is allowed in the Islamic culture, and it is allowed to the man that they can do the up to four marriages. at a time if they can maintain the justice, and this is according to Quran and Sunnah. But what is the polyandry? Polyandry is if a woman is getting married at the same time with more than a one man, that is known as the polyandry. And this thing is increasing a lot in our society. This thing is spreading a lot in our society. Though these things are the invent of the Western society, polyandry is highly forbidden in Islam. Polyandry is highly unacceptable. It is intolerable by any wise person, by any uh, logical person who are wise. These things are highly rejected by the society, highly rejected by the scholars, highly rejected by the constitutions and the judiciary. But people are making the relationship, and females are making the relationship. So, whenever we are talking about the extramarital relationship, there are various chances of the extramarital relationship which society is providing. How the society is providing the chance of the extramarital relationship? Those men who are working in the offices and those women who are working in the various and the several offices, they are having the direct exposure toward the opposite gender, and they get attraction, they get um, intimacy with one another. They started discussing their personal issues and the personal problems, and this is how they come closer to each other, and this is how they maintain and establish the relationship with one another. So we can say that this relationship is given an opportunity, that how these relationships are being established in the offices. They meet one another, and sometime whenever they go to the various banks, or they go to the various restaurants, or whenever they go to the shopping malls, these are the places which can give them an ample chance that they can meet and come across to the strangers. And sometime it happened that they do write the contact number to make the contact with them, and these numbers are being written on the cars. If some girl have parked some car there, to there may come opposite gender, and they do write their contact number on their cars, and this is not written with the ballpoint or the pen. Surprisingly say, they would be writing, if there is any dirt on the car screen, they would be writing with their finger, and please contact with me. And these are very common things. Whenever this was about the extramarital relationship, but without the marriages, there are some relationship without the marriages and the prior marriages which are being established by the teenagers. These teenagers are studying in the co-education, and whenever they are in the co-education, they come across the various um, class fellows. They can come across to the campus fellows, they can come across to the subject fellows, they can come across to the various other opposite gender who are in their campuses. And they sometimes they feel that they are attracted by them, they are attracted either by their wealth, they are attracted by their personality, and we can say this is the infatuation. That is adoration. They adore themselves, and they feel comfortable. And adoration is basically a relationship and a love and the liking for the opposite gender. They adore each other, and they maintain and establish a relationship of courtship. Because whenever teenagers are studying in various campuses, they would be having the relationship, and they started talking to one another, and the boys would be very much cooperative to the girls, and they would be helping them in doing their assignments, and they would be helping them in um, they would be helping them in making their completion of their projects. This is how they come closer to each other, and then they exchange their contact numbers. And I do remember one of my client, One day she came to me and the tears were rolling down from her eyes, and it was the silver just like the dewdrops. And she told me, um, and she was bitterly crying that he left her, and there was the 8 years relationship, there was the 4 years relationship, and he's not attending my call, and I am feeling intensely emotional, and they become passionate, and they are she was saying that she would die without him. And these are the intense feelings and the emotions which are very much common in the adolescents, because as their feelings are the strongest one. Then I console her and I did her counseling. And she got to know about it, and she got my words, and she, after some period of time, she was feeling comfortable. But for a month time or more than that, she was feeling so much distress, and she was feeling so much gloomy and sad, because she was not accepting this thing that the person can leave him in this way. So this was all the about the breaking up and the breakups. Whenever they establish a relationship, they never see and they never think the consequences, what will happen in the future, what will happen next, what will be the ending of this relationship. If you make your mind what would be the ending of the relationship, then they would never be um, uh, depressed enough, and they would be uh, feeling more comfortable, because they need to keep the ending in of their relationship in their mind. And if they keep the ending of their relationship, which is having no goal, which is having no end, then they may feel more relaxed. And sometimes there are the people and the teenagers who just mere spend the time and who mere pass the times with one another, because they got no other activity. And I would like to blame the social networking sites, WhatsApp, Instagram, and all the media is responsible for it. And the electronic media is also very much responsible for it, because they develop the relationship, they establish the relationship with one another, and they get easy chances to make the relationship with the opposite genders. And they started becoming intimate with one another, they started sharing their feelings, they started sharing their intimacies, they started share their fantasies. And this is how they develop the relationship. And after a long period of time, whenever there comes a time to say tata bye bye to one another, they feel very much uncomfortable. And if they are involved with one another, they would be feeling extremely discomfort, and the level of the discomfort can leads towards the depression. And you people are aware of it. Whenever their relationship ends with no result, that you must have read in the newspapers that this the only son did suicide because he didn't get his love. The girl got the commit the suicide because the boy left him, because of the breakup. So these are the things which are engulfing our society. These are the things which are causing the biggest hazard in our life. There could be another point. Whenever in the campuses, some male teachers or the female teachers to the opposite gender are being taught. For example, if there is a female class, the girls class, and teacher is the male, the girls set high hopes, they aspire for him, they build the fantasies, and they develop the silent attachment with the male teachers. And they started developing the courtship, and they develop the relationship. And then they would be exchanging the contact number, and they would be sharing their feelings and thoughts with their opposite gender teachers. Sometimes it also happens that if there is a female teacher, the female teacher is teaching to the male or the boys class. The boys are, that they are very much naughty and they are very much outspoken. They sometimes they um, pass the negative remarks towards their teacher. If the teacher is young and the beautiful, they would be developing the adoration and they adore their teachers and they would be giving them flowers. But most of the boys, they do have the silent attachment instead of expressing their feelings and the thoughts. This is another case. But again, moving towards the marital relationship, how marital relationship is heading towards their ending relationship. If we look at the various cultures, how marriages are taking place in the Arab countries. In the Arab countries, men are allowed to have the four marriages and they get married with the four women. So they are doing the justice. They are equally treating to their wives and their spouses. They would be equally treating to all of their children. And whenever they are going out for the hoteling, they would be taking all four wives to the hotels at that same time, and simultaneously they would be taking all the four wives for the shopping. If they are going for the boating, they would be taking all of the four wives along with them. And this is the polygamy. Polygamy is common in the Arab culture and the Muslim culture. If we look at the culture of the UAE, the same culture is there in it. And if we look at the culture of the Qatar, the same culture is there in it. But if there are some marital discords, the marital discords would be not with all the wives. And if there are some co-wives, they would be started quarreling with one another. There would be some jealousies, because it's not necessary that all the wives are having the same ability and the same beauty. Some wives could be more intelligent than other, the other would be more beautiful, the third would be more courteous, the fourth would be having some other characteristics. So they would be getting jealousies and they would be developing jealousies from one another, and they try to let down the other wives and the other spouses. This could be the reason of the marital discord. And if there is some financial issue, they may question and they may started quarreling with their spouses. Why you are giving more money to the second wife? Why you are going to give more money and the more valuable things? And why you are giving them more facilities as compared to us? So these could be the reasons of the uh, polygamy, like why they started feeling uncomfortable and the marital discord in their relationship, in their life. These are the reasons. And whenever we look at the Western culture, there is hardly there is people who get who get married with one another. Rather, they develop the contract that we would be living with one another for 5 years, 1 year, and if we develop the understanding, then we will start living permanently with one another. And sometime it happened that they get married with one another after 5 years of their spending time together. But what are the reasons behind it? There could be the several reasons. One reason could be addiction. They need to avoid the A's. What are the A's? One is the addiction, and the second A is acceptance. They don't accept each other after spending so much time with one another. And whenever they become the addicted, it becomes very much hard for a woman, or if a male is addicted, life become worsened for the female. And if a female is addicted, then life becomes worsened for the male partner. And there could be the various several reasons with one another. They would be arguing with one another. There would be the fights on the basis of their responsibilities. Why you are putting so much responsibilities on me? Why you are not taking the responsibility of the children? Why I am supposed to drop the children to the school? You should drop the children at the school. Who will cook the food? I will not cook the food. You will cook the food. Who will do the cleanliness of the house? The woman refused to do the cleanliness of the house, and she is putting all the responsibility on the male members, that they would be doing all these things. And whenever their fights are prolonging for a fairly long period of time, then they need to go to the counselor, marital counselor, because they don't have elderly members in their home who will give them guidance and who will give them suggestions to cool down their relationship. Rather, these facilities are here within our culture, within our society, and we can get an ample choice, and then we can get the suggestions and the guidance, and these fights can be settled by the intervening and the interference of the elderly family members. And sometime after a fight and the harsh remarks, they would be uh, started talking to each other, and sometime it happened that they do boycotts of communicating with one another, and they don't talk to each other. But this doesn't prolong for a fairly long period of time, it will be for a shorter period of time. And sometimes the women are more submissive, and they start talking to their husbands, and they start talking to their partners, because they are more forgiving. And if they are having the forgiving attitude, then there would be a more easier for them to coming up and reconciliation of their relationship and going into the same bond again. But whenever there comes a discomfort in their marital relationship, whenever there comes distress in their relationship, and it prolongs for a long time, it becomes very much difficult for them to it becomes very much difficult for them to come closer in and to come closer again to the same relationship and to maintain the same relationship whenever they established with a strong bond. So at this stage, thus, they think that the ultimate solution is to get away from each other, and they need space from one another. Maybe the woman and the female may go to their parents' house, she may go to her friend's place, she may go to some other asylums or the social services shelters. So, whenever they feel, and one partner who is at guilty, he feels and he thinks that he was at guilty and he shouldn't react like this, and he shouldn't abuse her. Then he feel that he must go and apologize her, and he need to bring the spouse back to run the normal life affairs. There is another reason, like the intervening of the family members. Whenever the family members are intervening uh, within the relationship of the husbands and the wives, and they are only making the blames to any of the spouse, and they are just trying to deceive to make the life harder for the females. And this is very much common. It's not only common in our society, it is also common in the Western society as well. Because if we look at the relationship of the Queen Elizabeth and the daughter-in-laws of the Queen Elizabeth, they are also not happy, though that is the royal family. And when we fancy it, the royal family could be a most happiest family, but they are not happy in the relationship. Even Prince Charles was not happy with the most beautiful lady, Princess Diana. What was the reason behind it? Because there was the lack of the feelings, there was the lack of the commitment, there was more deceiving attitude, there was the more mm, negative attitude which was enhancing every other day, and there were extramarital relationship between both of the spouses. So whenever we speak all those things, a normal family find it very much difficult to maintain a long term relationship with the same person, because there may come various things in between. Then there could be another reason, that suggestions from this side, suggestions from that side. And normally it happens whenever a girl get married in our society, they are getting suggestions from their friends, they are getting suggestions from their parents, and especially the girl's mother is intervening in the situation, because girl is going at a new place. She is going in a new house, she is going in a new environment, and she need to make the adjustment according to the family where she is going, because they, every family does have a norms and the values and the specific rules of the family, and that is being followed by the specific family. But whenever the girl's mother is intervening in the situation, she is saying, no, don't react like this, you need to react like this. You need to be like a princess, because you were living as a princess in our home. Why you would be like a maid and a servant? Because the place of the daughter-in-law and the place of the uh, real daughter, that would be the different. But whenever she goes at the new place, she tried to rule over the in-laws, and that can cause marital discord, and that can cause a marital um, discomfort, because girls mothers are intervening in their relationship, and the boys mother and the boys sisters, they are also intervening in their relationship, and they don't feel comfortable, and they, it make worsen in their life, that they started abusing each other, they started quarreling with each. Another reason of marital discord is that is the domestic violence, and that is attitude of the male members of the family towards their wives and towards their spouses. Whenever we speak on the domestic violence is very much common, not only in our society, not only in the Western society, but it is very much common in all the societies. Though the England and America, they are the civilized society, they are the civilized cultures. But domestic violence is also very much common in those cultures as well. But whatever the male members do in our culture and in our society, they would be maltreating with their wives. This after abusing. The first stage of the violence is the abusive language. They would be using abusive language, and after that, they would be using physical violence as well. That physical violence would be in the various forms and in the various ways. For example, this could be pulling their hair, hitting them badly, throwing the things whatever comes in their hand, and they would be beating them severely. And I am witness of various women who are badly injured, who are badly maltreated, who are badly victim of the male members of their family and their spouses. Acid throwing was very much common if a husband want to get rid of their wives, and they think that it is unbearable for her, and she cannot live, and he don't want to give divorce to their wives. Then they would be started giving them immense level of the acid throwing, and they kept their wives on burning. For example, there will be the blast of the stove, and the woman will burn, and this is the extreme level of the physical harm which is being given to their spouses to get rid of them. The second is the acid throwing. If there was some hidden marriages, because some of the marriages are the announced marriages, whereas there are some other marriages which are unannounced marriages, and whenever that is the hidden relationship or the hidden marriages, whenever the both of the partners are unable to keep this relationship for a longer period of time, and they want to end it up, but there is no solution to get rid of them, then they either they kill them, or they throw acid on them, to put an assault on them, to make the burden to their life, that they will not be able to live their happy life afterwards, because this was the only suggestion, and this was the only way to get rid of them. And this is highly rejected, this is not acceptable by the societal norms, this is not accepted by the uh, rules and the regulations and the law and order situation. This would be against the woman's right, this would be against the societal norms. And if you don't want to live with them, simply divorce them instead of putting so much physical assault and so much injuries to them. And other cause could be like they like someone else, and instead of their own wives, they develop extramarital relationship with the other woman. That's why they want to get rid of their previous wife, and sometimes the new girl would put a condition that whenever you will divorce the previous woman, then you can come to me, then we will establishing a new relationship. In the presence of the previous wife, I will never be maintaining a relationship with you, and I would be reluctant to establish a new relationship with you. This could be another reason. And the next reason could be the compatibility. Mental compatibility is if both of the life partner, they are mentally compatible to each other, both are intelligent, both are having a good decision making power, and both are having the same thinking and same thoughts for one another. And if their thoughts and the feelings are going opposite to each other, then they cannot confine in the same cage. They want to get freedom from one another because they are getting bored from one another. So mental compatibility is also compulsory in both of the husbands and the wife. Then the next is the physical compatibility. Physical compatibility is most important between both of the spouses. And sometimes if there is much age difference between both of the spouses, normally in our society, the male members are 5 or 6 years elder than their female partner. So that is acceptable. But if female is elder than their spouses, then there wouldn't be any physical compatibility, and there would be the marital discord. And it could be another reason of the marital discord because male members, they would be trying to establish extramarital relationships, and they would be seeking for another partner in this situation because they are not feeling relaxed mentally, and they would be feeling so much uncomfortable in this situation. And sometimes it happened that children are grown up, and both of the male and the female, they are in the stage when there is the empty nest, all the children are gone for the higher study or they are settled in their own lives. There are only two spouses who are left at home, and they feel boredom from one another. What they will do, the male member may involve in the extramarital relationships, and while they are going out for the household activities or some other tasks, they would be talking on the phone with their friends, and basically they would be naming them that they are our friends and we are talking to our friends, and they feel mentally relaxed, and they would be sharing their experiences and their fantasies, and they would be sharing their life issues, and they will be feeling more comfortable by establishing a relationship. Whenever there comes a boredom between both of the spouses, if there is a boredom when woman is not giving much time to their husbands, there there can come boredom between both of the spouses. If there is the family started and mother started giving much time to their children and their to their neonates, and she started ignoring the husband, it could be another reason. And whenever she is giving much time to the children instead of the husband, because child is a small one, she need to make the time management to uh, feel more comfortable, to feel more happy, and to bring the more happiness and the pleasure and the bliss in her family. She need to give equal time to her husband as compared to giving more attraction and more time to the children. This could be another reason. Then whenever the children are grown up, instead of discussing various things and the issues, the female started discussing the things with their eldest daughter, and she is trying to get the solution of the problems from her eldest daughter. This can bring lack of, this can bring the distancing in their relationship. And in the later life, we have hardly heard about the divorces and the separation, but there is very much common that male and the female are having immense level of the discomfortability in their life, and they are feeling marital, they are experiencing the marital discord, and they are not happy with one another, because if there is the lack of happiness between both of the partners, then they cannot move ahead uh, for a longer period of the time. Then there could be various other reasons. For example, if the corruption is going on within the family, if there is the deceiving attitude of the family from any side, because deceiving can be done from both of the sides. I have noticed and I have observed it that deceiving one another is common in all the societies, and whenever they are deceiving, there are lies going on between them. For example, if wife is asking from the husband, where are you, he might say that I am busy at work and I am working. But actually what they are doing, they are spending their time with their friends in some restaurants, and I am also witness of this thing. Then one day we have been to the restaurant and we saw that there a wife came and she caught her husband red-handed having the meal with the girlfriend, and then there was a fierce fight between both of them. So these are the things, whenever lies are there between the relationship, when deceiving comes in their attitude, then it becomes very much hard to maintain the relationship. And whenever either that is the male member or the female member, whenever they are involved in the extramarital relationship, then they cannot maintain their relationship with the previous wives and with the previous soulmates. They are spending most of their time with their friends, they are spending most of their time in gossiping and staying out from the home, and they are giving less time to their wives. They are hardly going out for the activities and the for fun or for restaurants. They would never taking their spouses to the restaurants. They stop taking to their wives to the picnic spots. There would be less foreign tours, and these are the gradual things which can occur from a fairly short period of time. And when this becomes their habit, that habitually they are not taking their wives for shopping, they are not taking their spouses for meal, and they are not wishing, they forget their birthdays, they forget their wedding anniversary, and they are not giving them presents frequently. These are the things which can cause the marital discord and the marital discomfort. And if there is the absence of the feeling, if there is the absence of the care, if there is the absence of their love, if there is absence of mm, their responsibility, if there is the absence of their intimacy, then it means that it's alarming situation. It's not alarming for the one side, but it would be alarming from both of the sides. And it's not necessary that all the time male are wrong. In some situations the female could also be wrong. And how they could be wrong? For example, if they are spending much time with their friends, and they are going to their families, to their mothers and to their friends, and they are ignoring their husbands, and they are just taking the money, and they are getting financial benefits from their husbands, and they are spending lavishly on their friends to show them off, to show off to their friends. And it can happen if there is a limited budget in both of the husbands and the wives, and husband is giving um, a specific amount of the money to their wives to make the budget of the home, and instead of spending properly, she is spending on her parents. This is also a sort of corruption. And these things cannot be uh, remain hidden from their spouses, and this could be another reason of their marital discord and the marital discomfort. And whenever they start blaming one another, that you are not fair with me, you are not doing dealing fairly with me, and you are deceiving me. And if there is the frequent taunting behavior from any side, that taunting behavior can leads toward their marital discord and the marital discomfort. because if there is no peace within the home, if there is no comfortability in their home environment, then that peace and that uncomfortable situation can make their life have hell instead of the heaven. And if there is a peace, if there is a care, if there is a love, if there is intimacy, if there is connectedness and the cohesiveness, then their life would be blessing, and it would be the biggest blessing for them. So how we can solve all these issues, how we can solve all these problems sitting under a one roof? If they need to come closer to each other, they need to give presents to one another, they need to talk to each other instead of um, distancing of the relationship. They need to come closer to one another, they need to come um, closer to each other, and they need to understand one another's feeling. And if the elder members are very much fair to them to solve their issue, to settle their issue, then it's better that they need to take their problem towards the elder members because they are unable to solve their issues. This would be for the younger couple. But if there is the middle-aged couple, they need to make argument with one another, they need to talk to one another, they need to come at the point that where what is the point where can they can come closer to each other, and how they can solve this issue, how they can um, maintain the relationship for a in a in future, and how they can maintain the healthy relationship with one another. So there are the various things through which they can come to the point where they would be making an agreement on they need to settle the terms and the conditions, and they need to make a priority list. If the husband's priority list is given to the wife, then the wife should also give a priority list. So they need to take care of both of the priorities and both of the liking, both partners liking and the dislikings. If one partner dislike it, the other must avoid those things and the circumstances and the situations and the events. If they are sacrificing for one thing, that can make their life a better life, and it would be a good situation for them, for both of them. Because I would never recommend you to go for the divorce, I will never recommend you to go for the separation, because especially whenever there are the children in their families, both are adult, both are mature, but children can suffer with the single parenting, and children will suffer from the one parenting. And life is very short. They need to understand one another, they need to enhance their level of tolerance, they need to enhance their level of bearance, and they need to endure mm, one another to maintain a healthy and a happy relationship. Instead of quarreling and instead of fighting, they need to come at the point in which both of the couples could be very happy. And these things can make their life once again a heaven. I have seen various couples after the marital counseling, they meet at the same point, and they started practicing various things which were being suggested by the marital counselors, and they got the reconciliation in their lives, and their life um, became um, a very happy and a successful. Instead of ruining their life, they started living a very happy life once again. And I would be coming with the second session of the marital counseling, and what are the causes of the marital discord. Today we have discussed in detail the what are the causes of the marital discord, and inshallah we will be doing with the more sessions and the more social problems as well, because our society is suffering from these things, and we want to uh, control this problem of the society. Till then, Allah Hafiz.